Shalom, Yasharala. I'm going to start out by giving infinite honors to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation, honor, and greeting you sincere brothers pushing this truth across the four winds. I'm going to do the sit down about beware of thy seed. All these youngins you see on this video, those are my sons and my daughter, the fruit of my womb. They come from my loins. And according to these scriptures, man, we know what true love is, and love is keeping the commandments and living according to the commandments. That's how you're in reality. And this society's meaning of love is this emotional connection to a person. It's emotions, but it's not, and it's biology. You know, it's biology, but it's not scriptural. And in these last days, seconds of time, man, you gotta be pray that the Most High keep the spirit on you heavy, so you can stay in reality. And reality is, though they tarry, these prophecies are gonna come to pass, and a lot of our children are gonna get us put to death. A lot of our children are in the 2/3 pot. Yes, we prisoners hope, just like we want to be delivered. We want our seeds covered. So we pray to the Most High. We lament to the Most High that He could deliver us first and foremost, because our children are nothing without us. And when He deliver us, that He deliver our seed. But you still got to be in reality and live according to the scriptures. And the scriptures say, let me get it. Let's get it. All right, this is, I'm going to start in the book of Sirach. All right. I'm going to start at Sirach 22. Sirach 22. No, I think it's 32. Should have had this before I started. All right, here we go. This is Sirach 32. I'm going to start at 21. Be not confident in a plain way. All right, the only thing we supposed to be confident in is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. That's it. You're not supposed to put your trust in money, man, or nothing in the society. Your athletic skills, your mental capacity. The only thing we supposed to be confident in is Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai's word. And beware of thine own children. And when you beware of thine own children, you're in reality. You're rocking according to the spirit, okay? And the reason that the scriptures tell us to beware of our own children, because I have custody of my children. And with that being said, I teach them in the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, how I wasn't taught. My kids know they can't eat pork. My kids know about yellow 5 and yellow 6. My children know how to salute one another. Hey, go back down there with your brother and your sisters. My children know that America's going to be destroyed. I teach them, like the book of Joshua say, when you walking up and down the way, teach out your children the law, you know. But with all that being said, my children and the mother of my children, we're not together. She's a fucking heathen. She's a 2/3. She's a nigger woman. She's a piece of shit. My mother, she helps me with my children. At the end of the day, she's a nigger woman. She's a 2/3. Okay, she rocking up in the vibration of a 2/3. So, and my children, they go to these indoctrination stables that we call schools. So with me pumping this doctrine in them, they still come talking about birthdays, Halloween, Christmas. They don't do it to me. They don't come around me with it, but they still have it in them. They still polluted and tainted by this society. So that's why we're prisoners of hope. We hope that the Most High deliver us. We hope that the Most High deliver our children, but you got to be in reality and live according to these scriptures. This is Matthew 10 and 34. Think that now that I am come to send peace on earth. I am not come to send peace, but a sword. For I am come to set a man in variance against his father, and a daughter against her mother, and a daughter-in-law against her mother-in-law. And a man's foe shall be of his own household. He that loveth father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. He that loveth the son, daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And the ways you can do that, man, when it's time to go to camp, or do stuff with the brotherhood, and you get to talking about, oh man, I got to take my son to his basketball game. Oh man, I got to do this and do that for my mother. This truth is first and foremost. The brotherhood is first and foremost. When you find yourself doing a lot of things for your biological family, who's connected to the metrics, before you're doing things for the brotherhood and it's truth, you're loving your biological family more than you're loving your house shot. Okay? And that's going off. Verse 38. And he that taketh not his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. That's plain. He that findeth his life shall lose it, and he that loses his life for my sake shall find it. All right? But my point was, I got to the meat of verse 37. He that loveth son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. All right? So when shit hits the fan, and your daughter is on the other side of town, and your son's on the other side of town, and shit hits the fan, you got to leave them behind, man, and pray that Yahweh Shema Shai is with you. Because when these stormtroopers quarantine these cities and block off these cities, man, once you get away, you can get away, man. If your children die and your children get put to death, man, you have to know that whatever you lose, you're going to reap it 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 100 fold. Okay? And we're going to get the good with the bad. Just know, if your children die on this side, or if your children turn against you, man, you're going to get more children. I have 6. All right? I have 6. Man, in the kingdom of heaven, the Most High give me 600. All right? If I was to lose my children would turn on me. Let me get a scripture. Get Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, the 3rd chapter. Bear with me, Yasharala. This is Wisdom of Solomon 3 and verse 12. All right? Their wives are foolish, and their children are wicked. Their offspring is cursed. Wherefore blessed is the barren that is undefiled. That's what we're in our day and time now. Because our children are cursed. The women we have these children with are foolish, man. All right? Which have not known the sinful bed. She shall have fruit in the visitation of souls. And that's talking about the regeneration, man. That's talking about when the kingdom of heaven is ushered in, man. We have women, we have children to foolish women, and the foolish women put this devil's philosophy in our children, and hey, they get polluted. So the only thing we can do is hope in Yahweh Shema Shai. Be prisoners of hope that the Most High deliver our children through us. A lot of our children, when they go with their mothers, they going to force feed them pork, force feed them shrimp. They're going to let them listen to all this detestable music and everything unseemly that you're not with. Like right now, I told my children, I told my baby mamas, I'm not playing the perms and shit, the poison. All right? If my baby mama want to put a perm in their hair, I can't stop them. I have no power. I told them I don't want my daughter to be a cheerleader or a dancing dog. Every cheerleader and dancing dog, during the time of that when I went to school, they was fucking sluts. They was whores. None of them were virgins. If my baby mama want to put them on a dancing dog team or the cheerleader squad, it's nothing I can do. So, us men of the Lord, we have to be in reality, bro. We have to be in reality. Okay? Beware of thy children. But let me get another precept. About the times to come. Okay? This is the kingdom of heaven. I'm going to go to Psalms. All right, this is Psalms. Bear with me, Yasharala. 127. Well, yeah, Psalms. Psalms 127. I'm going to start at verse 3. Lo, children are a heritage of Yahweh Shem Shai, and the fruit of the womb is a reward. As arrows in the hand of a mighty man, so are the children of the youth. Happy is the man that have his quiver full of them. He shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. We're not living in that time, okay? It's burdensome to have children in this society, man. We are most definitely not living in that time, man. But in the kingdom of heaven, it's going to be beautiful, man. With our children, a tiny one, a little one will become a great nation, man. We're going to be able to enjoy our children, man. We're going to give our children slaves. The laws are going to be in their inward parts. But right now, ain't the time to be with that hunky-dory shit, man. If you have your children, you teach them the ways of Yahweh Shem Shai, and you do the works. But you never put them first above Yahweh Shem Shai. All right? Let me get Sirach, 25th verse. I'm going to leave off with this one. This is, well, yeah, Sirach. This is Sirach 25:7. There be 9 things which I have judged in my heart to be happy, and the 10th I will utter with my tongue. A man that have joy of his children. That's not happening to the kingdom of heaven, Akim. Some of us are fortunate to have our children. Like I seen some brothers, they have their children, they teach their children this truth, and their children come out there on the block with them, and their children learn the Lord, you know, and their children pick up their cross and run. But that's few and far in between. And man that have joy of his children. We're going to have joy of our children in Jerusalem, man. We're going to have joy of our children in the kingdom of heaven. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get that. I'm going to get that in Zechariah. We're going to enjoy our children in the kingdom of heaven, man. All right? This is Zechariah 8. I'm going to start at verse 3. Thus saith Yahweh, I am returned unto Zion and dwell in the midst of Jerusalem. And Jerusalem shall be called the city of truth. It's not called the city of truth right now. You got heathens defiling that beautiful land. All right? And the mountain of the Most High of hosts, Salaki, and the mountain of Yahweh, the host of the holy mountain. Thus saith Yahweh, there shall yet be old men and old women dwelling in the streets of Jerusalem, and every man with his staff in his hand for very age. Man, we're going to live a full day, man. We're going to be 800, 900 years walking up down the streets of gold. And the streets of the city shall be full of boys and girls playing in the streets thereof. All right? Our children, man, we're not going to have to babysit them. We're not going to have to worry about when they go outside to play. We're not going to have to keep a close eye on them because a pedophile might be stalking them. We're not going to have to worry about them leaving the house and some nigga out there smoking weed and entice them to do drugs and shit. We're going to enjoy them in the kingdom of heaven. All you can do right now with your children is teach them the ways Yahweh Shem Shai and pray that they of the elect, just like us. Pray that we're of the elect, us men of the elect, and the Most High let them be delivered on our coattail. You know, because the Most High, it might, in certain scenarios, put you in a test, like he did Abraham, to see, you might have to put your kid down and kill a motherfucker, man. You know? You have to be protected. You have to be prepared for everything. Prepare for the worst. Some of us might have to kill our seeds, man. You know? So with that, I'm going to give infinite honors to Yahweh Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation, greetings, and honor to you sincere brothers pushing this truth. Kwam Yasharala.